Thank you all for coming to this wonderful, wonderful event. Look at the crowd here. So wait a minute, I'm going to sit down because I'm old. Here we go. So we're going to have some fun today. First of all, we're going to spend a lot of time with your questions and statements and threats to John Carpenter. And Malek.
Don't encourage that.
What's that?
Don't encourage that.
Don't encourage that. That's true. Yeah, we don't want to do that. There may be some literal people out there.
Why don't you tell the audience how you and I know each other?
Wow, that's a good start because it's both a Nick Castle and John Carpenter story. In the fall of 1967, 68, we met at an Ivy League school called the University of Southern California. Right here in, not too far away. Here. I had to come all the way from Westwood, California. He had to come from Kentucky. Bowling Green, Kentucky. Bowling Green. And we both were students at the film school there. And of course, you know, you start off and you just meet each other and you have fun and you do these little pictures. John and I eventually decided, well, let's make an Academy Award-winning short, which we did, called The Resurrection of Bronco Billy, along with two other classmates. Got the award, literally got an award out of film school. It was the first time that had ever been done by students. So in 1970. So that's where we met. We did projects together. We wrote songs together for our movies. John, what's the first movie you did? Do you remember what you did in film school?
I did a movie called Lady Madonna.
Lady Madonna. And what was that about?
What was what?
What was that about?
It was about bullshit. Is what it was. No good. It was no good. Now you're really hamming it up here. Nick and I have known each other for a long time. He co-wrote Escape from New York with me. And we were going to make Halloween, and I asked him to play the Shape. And the rest is history. The rest is history, as you know. Now, any questions from the audience? Because we have nothing.
I want to tell a really quick story, and I'm not saying up here because this is about these legends, but there was a time on Halloween 2 I met you briefly, and then later on we were both getting kind of screwed on the first movie, and somehow I wrangled it out of that situation, and Biggie Smalls wanted to do a sample of John's great soundtrack, and I said, I can't do this without talking with the man. Is it okay with him? I call him up, and he immediately could tell I was nervous. He said, Malek, you sound nervous. I said, yeah, I'm talking to my idol. Anyway.
That's bullshit. I've never heard of it.
Swear to God.
Biggie Smalls.
And I said,
I never got a dime from
wait, you certainly did. And he said to me, are they sending a check? I said, yeah, quite a big one. He said, do it.
Okay, I have a question for you three girls in the front row, right over there. Where are you from?
I'm from Florida.
Wow, whereabouts?
Ocala, Florida. We know there's a show there, right? Spookala, yeah.
It's in Tampa this year, though.
And I'll be there. Okay.
What about you? Wow. Oh, very good, very good. And here comes Nancy Loomis.
see. That's a good question, though. You know, I've met people from, yell out, who's been here from the furthest away? I know there was South Korea, right there. Australia, who's Australia? Back there. New Zealand. Okay, Germany. Anybody from Germany or France? Argentina. Wow. And a lot of people from Britain, right? Yeah, there you go. So, and that's not even, Florida is pretty far away when you think about that as well. But it's amazing the family that this brings together, right? International. So, do we have a question?
We've got a question.
Well, first off, I wanted to say to Nancy, from a fellow CPP graduate, go Broncos, and then go Broncos. I'm from CPP, go Broncos. Anyway, my question is for John. He's spoken about how Rio Bravo was a huge influence on Assault on Precinct 13, and I was wondering if there were any films from the golden age of Hollywood, not even necessarily horror, that influenced him while he was making Halloween.
That did what with Halloween? I can't tell what you said.
Influenced what you did with Halloween. That doesn't necessarily have to be horror.
Not that I can remember. I remember there was a movie called, what was it? The Innocents had a shot in it that inspired me, but that was it. That was from the 60s. Sorry. However, in Assault on Precinct 13, here's another thespian right next to me, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that you were from Cal Poly.
Oh, yeah.
But Cal Poly is awesome. That's right.
Is that right?
So, John, did the shot from the Hitchcock picture that did the long shot, did that influence the first shot in Halloween? You know, Touch of Evil.
I don't know. I don't remember.
It might have. It's kind of a show-off shot.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, you know, Nick is a big-time director in his own right. Have you guys ever heard of The Last Starfighter? Have you ever heard of Major Payne? He's big time. So, any other questions for us, guys?
I was going to ask one, if I could. Can you talk about any stories that you have of working with Deborah Hill on this film?
We're not being able to. There's a giant echo in here. Can you slow it down?
Sure. Can you talk about working with Deborah Hill on the film and any stories that you can share about working with her?
Well, Deborah was my script supervisor on Assault on Precinct 13, and then she became a producer. She co-wrote the script with me. We worked very closely together. And I'm very, very proud of what she did. She was a female producer in an era when there weren't any. She was terrific. She did, yes, she did. Hi, guys, over there. What's happening?
So when we wrote together for Escape from New York, we would sit around, come up with ideas. He already had the first draft of the script, and then he'd go along and go type it up. With you and Deborah, how did that work? Was it the same dynamic? You guys would get together in a room, come up with ideas, and then you would go and do that?
Yes, that's the same exact thing.
Same,
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick supposedly wrote part of Escape from New York, supposedly. He's a great writer and a great director. And I just saw some of yours on Turner Classic Movies, Tap. I don't know if you guys are
They
familiar.
don't have tap dancing conventions quite like this, do they?
All right, anybody else?
Yep, got another one right here.
My question is for John. My question is for you is, how tight was the budget for the original Halloween?
How tight was it? 300 and some odd thousand. A lot of that was for Donald Pleasance.
And I have one over here. Oh, you go.
Well, first of all, thank you, John, for coming. We're all this is obviously, as a big fan of the Halloween franchise, I wanted to know, like, if you could share some ideas or how you created this character, along with Nick, ideas of the performance, the movement that you did in the first movie, this iconic character that lived throughout the whole franchise. And as we were listening to some other actors that they were playing also Michael Myers, they were all saying that they saw you, this iconic character, doing same movements and things like that. So I wanted to know if it was improvisation, it was ideas that you brought us in the character. Thank you.
I think I understood you. In most monster movies, the bad guy, the monster, walks like a monster. You know. And I made Nick walk just like a normal person. Just walk. He was very still. He would watch. Because Michael Myers' character is not exactly a character. He's somewhere between human and supernatural. So he, hi there. Hi, sweetie.
Oh, I'm waiting my turn. You didn't go.
No, I'm sorry. That's okay, sorry. So that was it, just be still. And, but Nick had a natural grace to his walk, which he's since lost completely.
That's true, very true.
What's up, my young lady?
Oh, is it my turn? Okay. Is there still an echo, or is it okay?
What's that? You're good.
Okay. So you were talking about going to film school. I'm in film school right now, and I make horror movies. And when I talk about that, everybody's eyes kind of glaze over. But I think horror is so important. And I wanted to ask you what you wish people understood about horror, or why the genre of horror is so misunderstood.
First of all, where do you go to film school?
UCLA.
That's all right.
Okay. I know you're USC, so I just...
Well, horror has been with cinema ever since the beginning. And every generation comes along and reinvents it. Look at Jordan Peele, right? Is that his name? The UFO guy? Look at his works. So he's taken it and taken it to another place. And that's what I expect you to do. And you're going to invite me to the screening of your first movie. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Lee Wallace. Glad you come, my friend. I understand. Now, on the stage here, you have the Coupe de Ville. I've known Tommy since I was in high school and you were in high school.
We've known each other before that, but he was a year older, and you know what that's like when you're like 12 years old.
You were a punk.
Passing each other. We had a little tiny school, kindergarten through 12th grade, and we both went there the whole damn time. But we didn't become tight until teenage years. Mainly the British invasion did.
Yeah, I see some more people want to ask questions.
Hello?
Hi. Why don't you stop right there?
is for Mr. Carpenter.
Slowly.
This is for Mr. Carpenter. I'm a filmmaker as well. Thank you for creating the original Halloween. What was it like to work on the music for the new Halloween films?
What was it like?
Yeah, the experience.
They paid us. It was glad you accepted that answer. That's
Oh, yeah.
Why haven't you brought everybody else here?
Well, they said it would be just you and me now, these interlopers.
We should have this space.
Calling PJ Souls.
Can somebody over there round up PJ, please? Bring her over here. Thank you, Donald.
Next question.
Come on.
Hi, sorry, I'm shaking. I just wanted to say, just as a comment generally, I'm a huge fan. I grew up with Halloween. My family is a huge fan. They couldn't come here today, and then I'm a huge fan of The Thing as well. You can see I'm dressed up as Clark. I just wanted to say, and I'm glad that Lee Wallace came for this question as well. I wanted to ask, since Halloween was meant to be an anthology film, was there any plans aside from Season of the Witch? Like, was there any scripts, any even just ideas about what would happen next?
Go ahead, yours.
We never quite got that far. Halloween 3 was perceived at the time as a failure, and the appetite for an anthology kind of went away. It's still a bajillion-dollar idea, so if you've got a lot of money, let's talk.
Where are you from?
I'm a Riverside area. You wouldn't know the town, though.
Speak of it.
I'm in Canyon Lake, Menifee area. Basically the Midwest of California, you know.
How old were you when you saw Halloween?
Oh, God. 14, I think? I don't know.
How old?
I think 14, yeah.
You're too young. What's wrong with your parents?
It's a good movie.
I found now from this convention the record youngest person that said they saw Halloween. Before it was like 5 years old. If someone came up to me, you may be here, and stand up and say, 3 months old. I was 3 months. I said, no one remembers anything at 3 months. He said, I do. Where are you? Where?
Yes, sir.
Well, John, Tommy, Nancy, Nick, and even Malek, I just first wanted to say thank you guys for making what this franchise is today. And I didn't think I'd be standing here talking to you guys today, so thank you. Somebody who got inspired by Halloween, it inspired me to get into film myself and pursue acting. But I guess I wanted to ask you, did you, from the start that Halloween 1978 began filming, did you guys foresee that it would span into a major franchise and become what it is today, bringing all these
We do all the
fans?
Had no clue. No clue. No clue. We didn't know what was going to happen. We just wanted to make a movie. And I think...
it all sounds like you're speaking Russian.
How about trying without a mic?
Without the mic?
Just really loud, that's all.
Okay.
Try it.
Try it and see if that
Trying
works.
it.
Go for it.
First of all, extreme honor just to be talking to you all. Thank you so much for everything.
Thanks for having us here.
My question for John, I may be beating a dead horse with this one, but it is very well documented that you are a fan of Westerns and have been influenced by Westerns, but you have not made a direct Western. Did you ever have one in the works that never came to fruition? And is there any possibility from any form of production, whether it be producing or directing, that one could be made before you call it the end of your career?
We had one. Tommy worked on it with me, called El Diablo. Made as a TV movie. And made another one when I wrote for John Wayne, but it got made as Blood River. And no one's ever heard of those. And if anybody wants to hire me to produce, if you've got a bunch of money, I'll do it. No problem whatsoever.
I would submit that Big Trouble in Little China is a Western. John, it actually started out life as a Western, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Let's just have one segue here, because it's the idea that John might actually direct again is confirmed in the fact that he has a new TV series coming out. First episode.
Why don't you bring this up?
Well, I thought.
Yeah, there's this TV deal I did, and it's interesting. It was remote directing. I was in my front room, and the cast and crew was in Prague. And I had hooked up to my television. I could see through the camera, through my TV set, and I talked to everybody through a laptop. And it went great. 5 days shooting. Yeah. I woke up, fell out of bed, grabbed some coffee, action.
That's one of your rules. Never leave the house unless you have to. I remember you told me that.
PJ has one of my rules for living successful. Do you guys know what they are? I bet you don't.
Well, that was the first one. I think you said don't ever eat fish.
Yeah, that's it. Don't ever leave the house unless absolutely necessary. Don't eat fish. Don't travel south of the border.
Don't try to what?
Don't travel south of the border.
Oh, that's
Wait a minute. You produced a movie called...
I wasn't there.
Called Vampires Los Muertos. You sent me down there.
Those are John's rules, not your rules.
Oh, man.
Nobody ever said it.
Bon Jovi was... And that kid is a big star.
Yeah, Diego Luna.
Oh, and of course, all of Nick's casts have become big. Nick Castle is one of the great directors
Of all time.
That's it. Thank you. Can you, Nancy, tell us a little bit about teaching and what do you teach? Please.
I teach academic classes, primarily in the theater department at Cal Poly Pomona, and this is going on my 14th year teaching.
Students know who you are?
What?
Do your students know who you are?
Some of them, yeah. I don't let them, we don't talk about me in class. Because there's so much else to know about. And I just got a raise, which is really great. Citizens of California, thank you. Your tax dollars are going to a really good cause. But I love teaching, and I love the students so much, and it really keeps me going. So I'm really not interested in retiring right now. And the field just gets more and more exciting. So I teach text analysis and introduction to theater and all these classes that other people in the theater department don't really want to teach. But for some reason, I'm interested in theater history and courses like that. So.
Now, a while ago, you claimed that Halloween was made by a patriarch. I want you to explain that. Because I'm a member of that patriarch.
You're a member of the Directors Guild, are you not?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. And how many women are in the Directors Guild? And there are a lot more thanks to Deborah Hill. How about Barbie? I mean, Right, but 45 years ago, John, it does take a while. It does take a while, I grant you that. And it's going to take a whole nother while and a few more generations of fearlessness and, empowerment before we're, maybe on a par. But thank you for that question.
While Nancy's near the microphone, I'll steer this back to Halloween by asking her if she remembers the night we shot the old house and the big one shot at the beginning and all that. Because I'll tell a little secret. We were so exhausted after we finished. We were both deeply involved in this movie, as you can imagine, on several different levels. We just went upstairs and crashed in that little bed and spent the night. Didn't go home until the next day.
Well, you were married.
Oh, I should explain. We were going together. Eventually got married and had 2 great children, and are still friends.
So PJ at the time was big time. She didn't carry. She was a Hollywood actress. Wow. But as you can see, we all had a pretty good time on Halloween together. And that was a big thing. We had a blast, actually. And that was the most fun I've ever had directing or making a movie, ever. And it was awesome, yeah. It got worse from there. Anyway, other questions from the audience?
Hello, so honored to be here, so honored to have you here, so thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to say that Big Trouble in Little China is one of my favorites of all time.
Thank you.
What is like a fun little anecdote that came from filming of that film?
A fun little anecdote. Well, I sent him up to San Francisco to shoot Second Unit. That was fun for me.
It was actually fun for me too. Just to back up a step, I want to compliment you, John. You were hitting your stride that was your 3rd feature Halloween, and you were getting into your own style, and you ran a fun, set. You were easy and loose and fun to work with.
Well, thank you very much. Hey man, what's up?
So I just wanted to start off by saying you guys, everyone sitting up on the stage, you guys are all legends. Thank you for all the work you guys have done. Obviously,
Thank
guys,
you.
we love the franchise. We're all here. We want to be here if not for you guys. So thank you.
Do you know who the guy at the end is? Bob, he's Bob.
Still waiting for Mikey here.
So my question is, as someone who's not going to film school but has nothing but passion for horror and wants to see something good out for once, what advice would you give to someone who just has nothing but aspirations for horror and wants to get into it?
What do you want to do?
Absolutely anything. I don't
Anything?
care.
Oh,
Right,
oh.
camera, I don't care.
Hold it down, young man. Figure out what it is you really want. Most of all, do you want to direct? Do you want to write? Do you want to act? What do you want to do? And then once you have it, go right at it real hard, okay? But learn your craft, no matter what. Do you have any suggestions?
Read a lot of books, go to a lot of plays, get ready, and if you're serious about it, be ready to load Cokes into coolers for a little while. Get to know some people that make movies. That's one way.
Awesome. Thank you guys very much. Thank you.
Oh, hey man, what's up? What's happening?
Not much, what's up with you? My question is actually, DeVille's reunion tour, when's that going to happen?
Yeah.
What is it?
This is it.
What we're having trouble.
Yeah, speak up just a little more.
Coupe DeVille's reunion tour, when's that going to happen?
Coupe DeVille reunion?
You guys just took your cover shot and your photo op.
Well,
We got our album cover already.
Gee, I don't know.
We don't rehearse very often.
You know, we've been talking about, and it's just talk, but is re-recording our album now. Waiting to be 80, will be called. Because we're all old. But I don't think we'll be singing now, if that's what you're looking for.
There's always AI. Just kidding.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, didn't ABBA do something like that? Were they?
As a matter of fact, yes. And they have computers that make them look young.
That's all I meant.
But you know, the voices are exactly the way they were. They have written some, and their songs. Have you guys heard the album, new ABBA album? What's wrong with you? It's fabulous. Yeah.
ABBA? What's ABBA?
That's the problem. I'm not talking to you anymore, pal. All right, what's next?
This year, I finally got to see 3 of your movies for the first time in a theater. I was too young to see them when they first came out, were Escape from New York, They Live, and Christine. Thank you for those movies. Those are my favorite. After doing the scores for these new movies, do you have any new movie scores that you're going to be doing in the near future?
Now, I want all of you to go out and buy my new album, John Carpenter's Anthology 2. It's going to be on sale. Yes, there will be albums coming.
What are you doing? New movie stores? Have you got offers for new movies?
Yes, we will.
Not telling you.
So listen, we're getting tired up here. I'm tired because I'm old. I want to thank Malek Akkad for having us over here this weekend. We had a blast. You guys want to say anything? Anything final?
Thank you for coming, and we really enjoy being here as much as you enjoy coming, and it's so wonderful that you keep the legacy of Halloween alive.